back to another edition of Design with me, Ashley D. And today we're doing another installment of our Spring Cleaning March Madness series. Since we're all stuck in the house for the coronavirus, I have 6 spring cleaning tips to give you today, and they're budget friendly, a lot of the things you should already have around the house. So before we get started today, go ahead and like this video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and come on inside and let's get started. First up on the Spring Cleaning Makeover series is a Pantry Makeover. As you can see, she's got a lot of things in her pantry. She stocked up for the coronavirus, and she looks like she just dropped things, in place. I know that she works 40+ hours a week and she doesn't have a lot of time to organize things. Stay tuned and I will show you how we get this result at the end. Okay, so first things first, you got to start with a clean slate. So we're going to take everything out. And as you're taking things out, you want to purge. So you want to get rid of all of the, outdated things or just things that you think that they might not need anymore. But before you throw it away, if you're working with a client like I am, you want to make sure that you get permission from them first before you start throwing things away. You get rid of things as you're working so that way you don't have to go back and do that step again. Divide everything into 3 piles. One pile for things that are going back in the pantry, another pile for things that need to be thrown away, and then my third pile is of things that you might find that the client still may need and they just need to sort it out later. Now that we have a clean slate, I'm going to paint her pantry and I'm going to also paint over the baseboards. But before we get started painting over the baseboards, I need to mix a solution together to help get some of that dirt and that grime off of there. So that's what we're going to do next. For this solution, you need a tray, you need a sponge, you need some baking soda, you also need some De-Solv-it, and I'll put the measurements down below in the description bar about exactly how much I've used. You will also need Dawn, and you will also finish it off with 409. Off camera, I went ahead and scrubbed the baseboards down and I've painted over them, so I'm just showing you the finished result that I have with that. And now we're moving on to the walls. As you can see, the walls are pretty scuffed up from years of wear and tear, so we're going to go ahead and paint over these walls. And if you need more guidance on how to paint a wall, you can check out my video, my gallery wall video, and it goes over how to paint a wall. So I'm going to speed things up here a little bit and show you just a few snippets of how I painted this wall. Now that we have a nice fresh coat of paint on the walls and on the baseboards, we're going to move on to putting things back in here in an orderly fashion. You can get these trays from TJ Maxx Home Goods, but if you're in a penny pinch, you can also pick up baskets from the dollar store. I'm going to fill this basket tray up with chips because boxes take up a lot of space. We're going to take those things out of the boxes and put them on the trays and also organize them on the shelves accordingly. The reason why I'm taking things out of the tray here is because I found a bigger tray that she had, so we're going to use that bigger tray and we're going to store more stuff in that one. So here is another knowledge nugget. The reason why I use that cake plate is because you can stack items like this underneath the cake plate and you can hide them out of sight. Also, it serves as a holder for the cake plate that she doesn't use very often. So when she gets ready to use it, she knows exactly where it's at and she can pull it out, use it, and then pop it back in place when she's done. Now here's one more look back at before. This is part 1 of the 2-part series. Stay tuned for part 2 airing this Sunday. And before you look at the after, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And as always, thank you for watching.